Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to the Urban Whispers podcast. I am your host, LaCie Knight. It is 2026. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host at Sloane _ Bueller and Morgs Days Book. I'm excited that 2026 is here. You know, I did a little ceremony in my own home to say goodbye to the interesting year that 2025 was. I was like, I'm not going to come with any regrets. It was definitely a year of learning, a year of being truly uncomfortable. And I'm coming into 2026 more intentional, even though intentional was my word of the year last year. Being intentional was my word. This year is quiet. I'm talking on the podcast, but like throughout things, I'm being intentionally quiet and more observant and less reactive, which is going to be an interesting task because I'm an Aries. And you know, Aries, we love to just pop off, pop off, but we're not going to do that this year, hopefully. Fingers crossed. This is January 4th, so I have had 4 days of being relaxed until but yeah, so how are y'all doing? Happy New Year, Sloane. Happy New Year, Morgan. How was y'all's New Year's?
Happy New Year.
Mine.
I'm sorry, Sloane. Go ahead, girl.
No, you go.
I was gonna
you
say
probably did stuff.
Well, I went to church. I woke up, of course, did a few hours of work. Went to get my nails and feet done. Went and grab a small bite to eat. Then went to 7:30 service of church because I didn't want to do watch night this year. Like I watched it at home, but actually going into the building, I did 7:30 service at First Baptist of Glenarden, and then came home. We sat in here, watched. So I grew up as a church kid. My grandfather was a pastor, so I did watch night service from like 4 different streams. I was back home in my church in California. I did a church in Atlanta, and then 2 other churches here that I wanted to see because I had friends that were doing performances and stuff. So I was one church, 4 locations at that point. Yeah, but that was it. It was a slow into the New Year, and even since the New Year, I've been just very slow moving, and I think I'm gonna stick with that for a little while if I can. Yeah,
You should be real chill with it. Real
chill. So I mentioned the last podcast that my personal tradition is that I take me a nice relaxing bubble bath and I just kind of relax, kind of wrap up and reflect on my year for myself. And that is what I did. I got me some food from Texas Roadhouse. Love the butter and the rolls. Yes.
Is that the place with the rolls?
And that cinnamon butter. Yes. The brown sugar cinnamon butter. Yeah. I got that. And I just really kind of relaxed. It's so funny. I didn't even notice that it had hit midnight because I was just like not even paying attention. So that was good. In my reflection, I did not come up with a theme for this year, so I'm still looking for one. I might steal yours, just kind of chilling and observing, but I feel like I do that all the time. So,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like reaction and like betrayal, I guess you could say, that happened to me last year that caused me to kirk out a lot. So and towards the end of the year, and then I started being really ill. And then towards the end of the year, I was just like, none of this is really worth it. I'm getting older. What does that type of energy really get you besides being whatever? Sometimes, I often said when I was in a relationship, my stance would always be, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? So I feel like now, just in general, I'm going to be saying that to myself. Do I want to be right in this situation or do I want to be happy? And
I think I'm going to take that because that's
good.
I feel like I've been kind of moving like that sometimes, but maybe more consistently moving like that would be really good. Like, what does this really give me?
Right. Because I think it's because I would always have that mindset towards relationships because I am real fiery and I'll pop. And while I respect everybody's, stance and how they operate romantically in relationships, I don't judge. I am older and I'm super traditional, and I do believe in my relationship and gender roles. And I just know that me being
too
forceful kind of woman that I have to, like the type of men that I attract and that I would want would not, they don't want all that. Da, 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 da. And I don't want to give all that. So I also have to, so I would always have to be like, do you want to be right in this situation and keep popping off and keep giving that drama? Or do you just want to be happy and be like, you know what? Let's revisit this. And so I was like, I feel like I could take that to, because it was more so me being, you know, having this deference towards the relationship. And I was just take this energy into this new year to see how this works. Now, I'm sure at some point I'm going to go completely ballistic. But it's not.
Hope not.
But it's going to, but I feel, I'm hoping that it would, I'm going to have to be taken there instead of it just being like, my first response is to just kirk off. Like, I just find you to be dumb. And I'm just going to be like, girl, why are you talking to me? Because I already think you're stupid. Instead of just, you know, like a, you know, like a different, a little different thing. You know, don't do that. And I've been out of work, I've been away from the office for over a month. And tomorrow is my first day back. And I already, like, I have my colleagues that I'd be like, girl, you stupid already. And I just, so my mind is like, ready. It's been a month. And I've already gotten a couple, like, silly text messages. And I was like, I have to be like, girl, you know what? I'm not even responding to you until January 5th when I have to. From 8 to 4. That's my window of dealing. And then after that, that's that. So it's like thinking those things through. And I also, you know, I had like this wonderful little casual get together, these huge 2026 balloons that the store said would deflate within a day. They still floating around my house, but they're huge. But we had like a little gathering over here. There were kids. We had sushi. I cooked up a storm. And it was just nice to like have all of those people around. And we lost track of time too. But like right 5 minutes before, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to open up this champagne. I got to open up this sparkling tea, get everybody to drink. Literally right in enough time to say Happy New Year. But we were just really just sitting around talking, watching Legendary, which is, it used to come on HBO, but it doesn't come on anymore. You can't even find it anywhere. I found it on Tubi. So when it comes on Tubi, I watch it. But that's literally what it was. We was watching Legendary, then I flipped it to...
Is that the animated?
No, Legendary is a ballroom scene performance.
Oh, Legend. Okay, see, I knew the name. I can't keep track of all those shows that are on HBO and Prime.
Yeah, well, it's not on HBO anymore, and I think it's because
I remember they took it off, and it was like, why are y'all
taking it off? It was so highly rated. Not only did they, and it's one thing to cancel it, but you usually can be able to just find
it. Yeah,
you can't find it anywhere. And I used to angrily tweet HBO, and then they turned to HBO Max, and I was sending my angry tweet. Then it just became Max, and I was sending an angry tweet, and now it's X, and they went back to HBO Max. Like, where the heck is it?
I remember that because I used to watch Harley Quinn on there, and when they changed to Max, they were like, "We're taking this stuff off," and I was like, "But I love Harley Quinn."
Well, anyways, it's on Tubi, but it's on Tubi has live TV channels. So it's not like I can record it or watch whenever I want. Watch it at the time that it comes on this channel.
That little time slot. Yeah, they really got y'all.
They did, and I definitely just turned the TV. I'm like, oh, I remember how great this was. But yeah, I like Legendary, and so that's going to be my little guilty pleasure. And it was also a way for me to stay off of social media. My daughter thought it was so funny. I was like, I'm not using my phone anymore. And then I just went and started. I was like, I need a break from devices. And then I go watch TV. I was like, this is my break. This
No, I know what you mean. There's a difference between that TV screen and your phone or even your Kindle, tablet, whatever. I can't explain it, but there is a difference. So I understand you.
My phone and everything in that room and just came and sat down. And I was like,
the youngins might not get it, but I understand you.
Just was like, girl, it's still a device. I was like, well, you know, we're an electronic household, so it's hard for me to go device. I want to read. Like I was saying in the last episode, I don't really buy books, so they're all in the Kindle. But I'm also even thinking that now I should buy books because you don't necessarily own anything that you're purchasing. You're just purchasing the license to read. And
Those two reasons are exactly why I started buying books, because sometimes I did just need to put my phone down, because I would distract myself. I would be reading, enjoy what I'm reading, and I would still want to get on TikTok and scroll, or whatever, and scroll. And I was like, I need to get a physical book, so I can't do this, and I can just be in the book.
Yeah. And it's like I said, like with Legendary, we pay for these services, but now I can't watch it. Bought it. So the same with these books. Like I might pay my $9.99 or whatever, but I'm really just paying the license to read on Amazon. Which I don't know. Maybe I can rip them up, download them as PDFs. Who knows?
They did actually say that all books published after a certain date, they're taking off the DRM, that digital rights management.
Oh yeah.
So I think we'll actually own anything published after that date on Amazon. I'm trying to figure it out.
Is that the same thing that's going on? Like I've seen a few musicians talk about all of their is like they'll be able to start buying their publishing again this year.
That might be it. I haven't saw the musicians talk about it, but that could be it. It's like something with that DRM, because I know that's why you would like not be able to like do anything with, like, that was part of not owning the books and owning a license. I know so much stuff about books, but that is one thing I've never understood. So I just left that to a friend of mine, and she was telling me about it a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh.
What'd she say?
She was saying that the DRM was going to be removed because she does back up her library. So she was like, okay, but it's only going to be for, like I said, books published after, it was like something 15th or something like that. Or I might just have the 15th in my head. You know what? I'm going to ask her next time I talk to her. I talk to her pretty regular. So I'll ask her and then come back and report next episode. Hopefully. Fingers crossed I remember y'all.
We'll be on our bi-weekly schedule. Yeah, fingers crossed that we remember that we even brought it up. And I also, and it's just like, and I'm also just really thinking about the state of the country. This administration is insane. We have now taken over a country because of drugs, even though we all know this is for oil. And I literally just sit here aghast at how history keeps repeating itself, but in such a quick way. Because we literally just dealt with this with weapons of mass destruction. I don't know if y'all are old enough because y'all are quite young, but September 11th at all.
I was there.
2001, that was when I first moved to DC, when the bombings happened, and then there was the occupation of Iraq and Afghanistan, and then 10 years, 20 years, however many years President Obama was in office, you realize there were no weapons, even though everybody always knew that. Just like now, we knew. My thought was, even if you were dealing with this war on drugs and crime and all of this, then why not go into Mexico? Because that's where you claim all the drug dealers are and all those people are anyway. So why not take your troops into Mexico? Why all of a sudden go deep, deep, deep down here to Venezuela? It just didn't. It doesn't make any sense until, you start hearing about the fact that they have the most oil in the world, and
their leader is also a socialist.
Yeah, and he's corrupt and the people don't like it. But it's like, that's their leader. It has nothing to do.
And that's also how I feel. But I wouldn't be great with foreign policy because I'd be like, you know what? Sometimes people are just going to be different than what we are. And like, those people need to have a civil war. We cannot force it. They need to have their civil war. We can't force it.
And I'm just sitting here like, we're in our own crisis in this country. I don't know why we have to sit here and have fingerprints on everybody else's crisis. Well, we have to sit and just focus on all these other things. And It angers me that we're in this state, and this is like a unfavorable take because I have a lot of friends who are deep into foreign policy, deep into social justice, and even after the election, I was very angry with them because it was like you guys are focused so deeply on Kamala and her policies for how she felt about Palestine and how she felt about this place instead of exactly what's happening in this country and the things that this man is going to do immediately in this country to affect all of us before he goes outside. I was like, y'all are tipping them and Jill Stein and everybody was tipping the point away, and it just made it so now we are just a country that's fixated on hate and fear.
Yeah. And I feel like that's part of where, like you probably also see it because of, you grew up here, in the Midwest more so than in DC or even in a more progressive state. So you feel the same way I do. Like I am talking to people, they have never met a Palestinian in their life. And to be honest, they probably never will.
Right.
They genuinely were worried about their groceries. They genuinely were worried about their paycheck. And forcing her, like, and I don't want to get too deep into it, like, but forcing her to like kind of address this before, you care about this, that's not working, because now the clips are, he's talking about groceries, she's talking about overseas.
Yeah.
Who am I going to vote for? If my concern is my groceries and my paycheck, who am I voting for? The person talking about my groceries and my paycheck.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of work and a lot of conversation and really talking to and listening to people.
Yeah, I think it's more, it's just all of this, who's going to hold certain people accountable for their actions. Like it's just all this power with no accountability. I just sit here and I'm just like,
that's sad.
It is, and it's like I was watching the news. It was either yesterday or early this morning, and they brought up the Monroe Doctrine and how Trump and Putin are trying to create these fears of power, these little, and so in the Western Hemisphere, he's going to have all the control, and Putin's going to be over here. And I'm just really like, y'all are focusing on this doctrine that I read about in in world history when I was in the 8th grade that obviously didn't work, and it was so xenophobic, but it's just, I don't know. And it's more about just being watchful and paying attention to what people say and don't say. And there's just, a lack of transparency when people sit around confused, angry, and you look at the news and it's so, you don't even get like different sides of the news. Like before, you could say, I'm going to watch Fox News to see what the conservatives are saying. I'm going to watch MSNBC to see this. I'm going to watch Al Jazeera for the world. And just, you had all these different points of view, which is what I know. Even though I might not agree with anything, I'm always like, everybody should be allowed to have their own point of view. But if you're all telling this exact same story, making this thing seem beautiful, which it obviously is not, and then you jump to Cuba, and I'm just like, dog, it's too much. It's just, burns it gets me, I don't know who's gonna pay the price at the end. And then it's like also like a little sinister, morbid side of me is like, well, I did during Afghanistan and Iraq, I was really, getting those great defense contracts and making a lot of money.
Girl.
Again.
A mess. Okay.
Like, I'm anti all of this, but I was just like, and then I was in my 20s when that happened. I was making $15,000.
I didn't live it as an adult, but I always tell people, it's like, y'all, I just want to go back to the Clinton era, because according to my daddy, everybody had money during the Clinton.
And during that time, if you were an IT professional and you could get on a defense contract, and like I said, I was a young technical writer. I had my wonderful clearance, and I was making it was nothing, 15,000 a month easily, and just me and my friends would be like, "Oh, we're gonna go here." I traveled so much, just I don't know. So I was like, that was
She
literally
wants some
like
more funding for that solo travel, y'all. Maybe she'll drop her Cash App. Y'all could send us something.
not as expensive as Venezuela, but that's literally like why I was like, I'm offering those two different waves of thought. Like I'm irritated and I'm so mad at the government. Then I'm also like,
No, I'm just still irritated. So
he done expanded the military budget, or the Department of War. That's what they call it now. It's like I don't know.
I just layer. I just sit up and look at the absurdity. Like President of Peace, Department of War. So that's my. I don't know. I just tell people. I just tell people I'll be happy when everybody's had enough and we can just go back.
I was like, he's a psycho, and I was like, and it made me think of this other psycho, this woman who has just ruined the lives of all of the queer trans kiddos that are beneath me. Madam Nicki Minaj sitting here being a part of MAGA. So one of my favorite podcasts I watch on YouTube is called Fag Talk. PHAG stands for Popular Hot Ass Gossipers, and that's with T.S. Madison and Craig the Writer Stewart. And T.S. Madison is a super, 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 super Nicki fan. Like she's worked with Nicki. She's like, that's my good sis. I love her. And so everybody was like, she battles down for Nicki. And it's her and then one of my daughter's aunt's best friends. He's a baller, like down. And when this was going on and she was on stage saying boys should be boys and girls should be girls and just all this rhetoric, I was like, how are y'all gonna support your queen now? Like, girl, this is really insane that all this is happening. And you were saying something earlier, Sloane, about Nicki, and I forgot. I was like,
it seems like, yeah. So every single time, I know people have saw those rants, and somebody pointed it out back when I was still on Twitter, but they were like, every time that she goes on one of these rants, if you give it a week or two and then like search her or her husband's name, you're going to find a corresponding article where some new thing has came out involving his case. The case that landed him on the sex offender registry. And talking about that is very important that we get this language right. He did not get on there for being a pedophile. He got on there for sexual assault. So like, that's very important because I see a lot of people who call him a pedo and he's actually not. As far as I know, that it is for the assault that he committed against his I don't like to say her name. I know people know who she is, but I don't like to say her name publicly like that because I don't want to. Yeah. She still gets harassed. They and I think that, as far as people still supporting her and stuff, it's because they've spent stan culture has had them spend a lot of time defending her. They've been defending her against questionable decisions for years, all in the name of being a stan.
Yeah. But I'm
like if you go against her, I mean, I've saw stan pages where, they say something negative and people be like, you need to delete this. She said, and like they're fighting each other.
Yeah, this man he's a horrible person, her husband. And it's also when people are saying, and then Nicki's not even a U.S. citizen, so like she's doing all of this so that she can not worry about deportation. And there is that possibility, but also one of the things is she had a lawsuit filed against her and her husband for assaulting a security guard at a venue in California, and she never showed up to court, so he won default judgment of like $500,000 or something. Like he won, a pretty penny, and she still hasn't responded. So as far as I know, and People Magazine reported on this. This is a reputable gossip magazine. People is more PR. They don't really post anything unless it's actually verified, typically. Yeah.
So they were like, the judge is about to auction off her house because she hasn't responded to this guy's lawsuit and she owes him default judgment. So I think there's a lot of things going on other than, citizenship question. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot. I just, and again, yet another bad mean take that I had as well. This is, Kiana, this happened last year. We just talked about it 2026. I was like, these little children, they've lost their mother twice.
That was mean.
It was, but that was literally, I was like, happened twice.
Something about me, I've always learned when to get off the train I've never been a stan. You got to know when to get off the train. And to be honest, when she married somebody who was a registered sex offender, you should have got off the train. I'm going to say it. You had to get off the train then instead of defending it, because I saw so many of them be like, he didn't do it. And I was like, you guys, I actually did read the court document.
I didn't read the documents, but I listened to that woman's story. Like, she went on a few interviews and, and the law, she traveled with her lawyer.
Yeah. I saw part of it, but I did also just read that document and I was like, oh, okay, this is really bad. And you had that history. I know they had history, in their youth or whatever, but I don't know. I just don't know. I think that might be one of my first sit back and watch. Maybe. 2026. Yeah.
You go watch her. Don't watch that. Do not watch that.
No, I'm not gonna watch it. The only way I watch it is when somebody is reporting a little story on my TikTok. That's how I saw about. Well, actually, I saw about her house on Facebook. I was like, people, oh, this is real.
Yeah, girl. I think if you want to watch something that's crazy, you watch that thing about Mary Cosby from Salt Lake City and her docuseries where they talk about.
Oh, girl,
that's something that you can watch. I personally love Mary Cosby from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and if her church is a cult, then so be it, because all the churches in Salt Lake City were cults, like the Mormons. Is that not a cult? Like, are they not? And if you think about just what a cult is, our church is not all cults. Like, we paying money to,
I actually watched a show about cults on Hulu, and I think it was like some cults, fiction, fact or belief, something with belief in the title, and they had like an expert on there, and she said, the best defining characteristic of a cult is what happens when you try to leave. Like, do you lose everyone? Does everyone stop talking to you if you leave? That's a cult. Like, I mean, think about how many people stay somewhere because this is where all my friends are. If I left, they can't talk to me. Like, that's a really
that's
yeah. Like, if you left your church, could you still talk to people who still attend that church, or would they stop talking to you? And I think that's probably like one of the best ways to know.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That means Jehovah's Witnesses are a cult, because once you leave,
because you can't talk to them.
And the Mormons, you can't. So, like I said, she's a part of Salt Lake City, so all those churches are cults there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, people didn't like Mary I liked her from the very beginning. Her very first, the moment she showed up on the screen and she was there.
Is she the one who married her grandma's ex-husband, her grandma's
her step grandfather?
Yeah.
Robert Sr. They had Robert Jr. I live for Mary. And
that's when I knew it was a cult. I was like, oh, okay, this is a cult. Okay, girl.
Her grandmother,
before episode 1, I was like, oh, your church is a cult. Okay.
Yeah, her grandmother made her marry him. And I was just like, listen. I don't know. But yeah. If I ever make it to Salt Lake City, y'all, I'm going to go live from Faith Temple. That's the name of her church. Because I have zero reason to go to Salt Lake City.
Girl,
There's no reason for me to be there. Although I've met a couple of people from Salt Lake City, but I have no desire to be there. But I would love to read a cult trope. Have you ever read a book that's like with a cult song or Morgan? So I read so a series by it's not a black author, but Eve Dallas is this officer, and JD Robb is the author. And so I read a series like there was a murder, and she uncovered that these people were a part of a cult, and they were really wealthy in this cult, and they were able to they used, and this is a futuristic series, like it's based 2090, so they have access to all types of technology and gadgets, and I think they were using audio waves or something to hypnotize people. And so soft trick warning, but they the murderer was in a meeting with everybody, and to show how powerful his trigger waves were, he did something to Eve Dallas's husband's mind to make him so pressed to have an intimate connection with her that he didn't necessarily force himself on her because she didn't feel like it was that way. But once he realized that he overpowered her, he felt so bad about it. And she was like, that's not what happened. But someone had really they put this thought in his mind through these radio music. And yeah.
That's interesting.
But
I did not know that's how Nora Roberts was doing it under that pen name.
Oh yeah, I told y'all that series has been out since the 90s.
I know.
I love it.
She loved that, and yeah.
And it's not.
I know it's been going really far. So at the used bookstore I go to, I was trying to find a book to read, and she's like, "How do you read Nora Roberts?" And I said, "I've read a few." And she's like, "Well, have you tried JD Robb?" I was like, "Eh." It was prior to me really being into thrillers, kind of the mystery thriller aspect. Yeah. I am slowly getting into that, y'all.
Good.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm slowly. I'm going to read S.A. Cosby. I have the book. Which
one?
Don't let me lie. Hold on. Let me see, because it was actually free on Amazon when I had got it. Okay, well, it's telling me that I don't have it, but I do own that book, y'all. I promise I do.
I read All the Sinners Bleed.
You gotta read King of Ashes.
That might be the one that I have. Mm-hmm. I have not read All the Sinners Bleed. I'm looking at it right now, so if anybody is listening and they want to get into it,
Love that are coming out this year. I just got.
He has a couple. Yeah, he's got a couple on Kindle Unlimited too. Oh, this cover looks cute. The Rhythm of Time. Okay, That's what Questlove and S.A. Cosby. Okay, let me get off of here, y'all. I could spend forever looking at the covers. I'm sorry, that looks so cute. That cover looks cute. Yep.
I just got those arcs. So I'll let you know.
The Rhythm of Time.
Both of them. It's 2 books. It's a duology.
Okay, girl, I'm only on the search. It's just showing me a couple, and that one comes out January 13th. So I might actually pick that one up.
Yeah, I enjoyed All Sinners Bleed. That came out a few years ago. But yeah.
Yeah. I think I got King of Ashes. I don't know. There was it was so funny. I said I wanted to read him, and then 2 days later, one of his books was for free on Amazon. So I was like, okay, click.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really that's my favorite genre to read. Actually, is mystery, sci-fi, suspense.
I'm a romance girly through and through. So
I'm a romance girly now, and with the romance tropes, they need to be either very, very truthful, like I know this could actually happen, or it needs to be completely
far-fetched.
Me too.
I don't like a book that's realistic until it needs something for the plot and they can't figure out any other way to work it. So all of a sudden it's fiction.
It's ridiculous. Yep, that's how
I've read so many of those, and people be like, "Well, it's fiction." I'd be like, "This should be fiction all the way through. Like, make it fiction all the way through." But like I said before, and I'll say it again, that's why I love me some Lisa Austen. She's gonna make that so. I'm like, girl, this is fiction. I love it.
Yeah, Lisa Austen is insane. She is.
Put it on the mob.
I really hate that Kindle Vella is gone, because she had a few books on Kindle Vella that I just was always.
Did she publish them on on Amazon fully?
I don't know. She had put it on the mob, but that wasn't in Vella. Let me see.
Yeah, I followed an author where every time she finished her Kindle Vella book, she would release it like the full version. And that's how I have to read her, because she currently has a Patreon where you can read a chapter at a time. And I said, girl, you have like 80 something chapters and you're not done. I can't.
I tried to follow an author on Patreon and I couldn't do it anymore.
Really?
I'm wasting money though. I follow one author on Patreon, but I never go to her Patreon page.
See, I didn't.
You just really supporting, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really supporting. Yeah, I'm really supporting. It's like $3 a month. It's not like a lot. But she always posts, and I always be like, I think I might go, but she posts, and I get the updates on Patreon. It'll fly across the phone screen. Oh, she's doing a live chat right now. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon, or it's like
yeah.
But I'm just support. I've never even gone to the page. I went to the page to sign up. That's it. Actually, let me look. Hold on. I think I also follow Tiffany Patterson on Patreon, and I do.
I have a few primed up to follow them for 2026. Just I know it's just me, but I did have to look at the budget. The baby is expensive. I am the baby.
Yes.
The baby is very expensive. So, yeah. More, you're laughing, but the baby cost me so much money. I feel like, girl.
Listen.
I am the baby, so.
Yeah, I follow Tiffany Patterson. She doesn't post that much.
And then my family, by the time Christmas hit, I be tapped. My nephew, his birthday 5 days before, and then my dad and my sister, they're both in January. The parents' anniversary is December 26th, and then next comes Valentine's Day, and one of my little baby cousins, she's the almost love baby. Her birthday's the 13th. I mean, it's something every month. That's why I'm like, ooh. So when I say the baby is expensive, sometimes I'm the baby, but sometimes it's just me. I'm just trying to be a giving person. I'm just trying to have a little heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw her today and she told me about her birthday. I said, how much longer to your birthday? She said 1 month.
Period.
She'll be 5. She baby, she's been telling me about her birthday since October.
I better start that countdown. I know that. Start y'all countdown for my birthday, March 27th.
Okay.
2.5 months away. I'm not doing anything. I don't feel anything happening in my heart right now. Who knows? I'm quick to be at the last minute and say I'm getting a section. Let's all show up. But right now it's nothing. It's giving nothing. But yeah. Lisa Austen, she definitely does go far in her mindset. And I know we're going to talk about our spin the wheel challenge, but I do want to, go to my homegirl, Aubrey J.
Oh, yes. I haven't read it yet, and I feel so bad because I do love me some Aubrey J.
What's the name of the book? Because my mom just pulled an Aubrey J book, and she was like, have you read this? I was like, no. What is...
So it's a series, and it's probably Stolen Love, and I'm going to tell you all right now, I'm not going to read it. The one that just came out. I started reading it. Okay, so first of all, I love RBJ down. One thing is, so Stolen Love is a part of a group. It's the KC Queens. And this man owns a basketball team and the WNBA team, as well as the KC Queens and the KC Kings. And so the series starts off about, let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I got all of them listed before I get to yapping. But anyway, so when you told me last week that my girl put the book out, and I was like, I'm absolutely going to read it. And when I, went to open it, buy it, I was like, oh, this is 4 I need to go back, because with her, you cannot.
Yeah.
The middle. She's really good at weaving the universes together, and she's also that I like in her books when she calls out a character, she links their story in the books. You can know, like, I need to go back and read this story to understand what the character is. But so that book came out, and I was like, I'm gonna read it, But I went back and read. That's why I read like quite a few books. Because I was like, I want to read the first 3 books. The first was Hoop Session, Hood Legacy, and Obsessive Love. Those are the first 3 books before you get to Stolen Love. Hoop Set, they're all the first 2, Hoop Session and Hood Legacy, were really, really good. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. She had me laughing out loud like normal. Genesis is all up and through there.
I love Genesis so much.
Everybody, he's so fucking retarded, so stupid. He's just so dumb. He gets on my nerves. But
I love him though.
No, I love Genesis down like that. He's one of the ones. You'll never hear me hating on him. But he's up and through the book, and he's just so funny. But and actually everybody is coming. You get everybody. She does a really good job of bringing everybody out and what have you. But there is a character that's introduced that she has dissociative personality disorder. She's literally my new favorite character in the Aubrey J universe. Like,
goodness.
She's a killer. The girl be having. She's like,
oh, you talking about what you call it? The one that's gonna be with Gift, most likely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name, and I hate that I can't remember her name.
I know, it's bothering me too, because I'm like, I know exactly who you're talking about.
I'm trying to see what my review is, because I actually left a review. Oh, I can go to StoryGraph.
Where you put her name in there? Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I need review. Zoe.
Yes. Okay.
Name. So I love her so much, and what happened in the 3rd book, she needed to be the next story, but in my mind. But I'm not about to sit here and go off of RBA.
No, I get you.
And give me Zoe's story, because the 4th book is about a Pyrite's brother and a girl, and this girl that's and I'm sure and
they seem like they had some history just based on the last book and the blurb.
And they have a lot of history, but also this book is going back in time. So it's not even, picking up where the 3rd book left off. And I get it. Aubrey J is building a universe, and she says it when you read it. She's like, I can't just jump right into all of this. You all need time, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, cool, that's what you're gonna do, girl. You do that. I'm gonna sit this one out, and then when Zoe's book come out, I'm gonna read Zoe's book, and then I'm gonna go back and read this one. But if y'all do want a good series, the KC Queen series by Aubrey J is really good. And like I said, it's hilarious.
I 100% get you, and I understand, having to put something down and then come back to it later, especially like for that. Yeah.
And I was just like, dog. But yes,
taking it back. Yeah. I would still read it because I do like Aubrey J's humor, and I kind of
one thing I'm
looking for a little bit of humor right now.
Oh, then please do read it.
Yeah.
So, Obsessive Love and Fable and Pyrite Story, which is the 3rd book. I'm not giving anything away, but it's a kidnapped to love. Pyrite kidnaps this girl, basically.
Yeah.
And but that's
of course,
Zoe is telling her to beat his ass. Like, girl, you just gotta beat him. And then the girl Fable calls 911 and Zoe's the 911 operator.
Girl, every time they call the police and it's her on the phone, I'm like, please, girl, please.
She's like, it's me. What you want?
What do you want? And she's so serious, and it kills me. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's like, girl, you a 911 operator. She does taxes. She be murdering people. I'm like, Zoe.
Does she bake too? I know there's a book with a baker, but I feel like she was like a chef. She's a chef.
No, she can't cook at all.
Oh, okay.
Fable's a baker. Fable
is the baker, but I feel like one of her no, maybe that's why she wanted to be friends with her. I thought maybe one of Zoe's personalities was, yeah, she does so much. Like she has like 72 hours in a day somehow.
Yeah. But I do want her. I do think that, and also I'm not even gonna hold you. You know, like in Stolen Love, because you know I told y'all hate that I do it, but I did jump to the end of the book. It's gonna be good, and so and Gift is gonna give y'all more than what y'all think he's gonna give too.
Oh, I knew he would. No, I knew he would.
Like, because it's so funny. Because Morgan, Zoe's this, like, all these people are like assassins and killers, but they also have.
And Gift is a police officer.
Regular jobs, like these people, like if you don't know the family, you would never think that they do these things. Like
the grandfather is a pastor.
Yeah, the grandfather is the pastor. That's one family. And that's the Bible thumpers, and then you got the jewelry family, the Stones, and then you got the numbers. It's like it's so many different families, but they all know what they can do, but they all have regular jobs. Like Cruz, nobody knows what Cruz's job is, but I feel like he might be a school teacher. I feel like we're gonna find out he got some real basic job.
Real laid back.
But like Judge is a psychiatrist or a professor. What's her face plays in the WNBA, but she's an assassin. All of that to say, everybody knows that Zoe has 12 different personalities. That's her name is Zoe plus 12. Like they call her that. She's saying she wants her a 9-to-5 nigga. Like that's what she always roots for her friends when they get into relationships, and she's like, oh, this is a good match. I love y'all together and all those things. And so, and she's always like, Zoe, we want you to find somebody. But Zoe apparently got really hurt in the past. Well, she didn't get hurt in the past. She was saying her, she's like, what happened to her was somebody was trying to mess with her dad and she killed him when she was 7 years old. And that's when all these personalities appeared. So, but she doesn't open herself up to feeling love. And so she's like, I would love to give me just a regular 9-to-5 nigga. Like, because everybody else around her, everybody's killer. So she doesn't
Then she meets Gift, the police officer. And says, you're mine.
She's like, hi, my name is Zoe and you're my gift. So, but his sister is an FBI agent and she's telling Zoe, leave my brother alone. Like, don't bother him, girl. He is a good guy. All he does is, like, that's how he's been positioned to everybody as a police officer. So, he's more than a police officer.
I already know. It's Aubrey J's mind, okay?
It's Aubrey J's mind, but not only that, I feel like he might be the most dangerous person of them all.
And he probably is.
And what's the name of this book?
He's super connected. The book's not out yet. I'm making
Zoe doesn't have her book yet.
Yeah, I'm making assumptions just based on the interactions of the other 3 books. So it's the Casey Queen's book series. So
I see it.
Hoop Session is really good. I enjoyed that. Hood Legacy was very good. I enjoyed that. Obsessive Love, I gave 3 stars because they just irritated me so much. I just felt like it was just too, like, if you go to my StoryGraph, you'll see my review about how I felt about it. But
no, I get it because sometimes it just don't really. Baby, I'm gonna see you on the next book. 100% still see you on the next book. But I tell everybody, I'm a mood reviewer, y'all.
I was just like the constant back and forth, like, girl, it was just really stupid to me. Like, it was dumb. And
but talking about hood legacy, that's why I know that Gift has to have something more going on, because Aubrey J, she actually really does pair them very well. By the time you finish, you're like, this actually works very well. Like, who was going to be with a WNBA star who's also a part-time assassin and has all of this family stuff going on, besides an NBA star who understands her and her ball. He is a little bit from the streets, so he understands that side of her too.
He's very much a man.
So. Yeah, like that's why, at the end, by the end of Aubrey J's books, everything.
Everybody's paired up perfectly.
Everybody.
We lost more again.
The
drama. Yeah. To me, regardless of the drama that happens with all of this stuff, it always Exodus and his woman, like they all
Genesis and Megan.
Period. Even though, girl, him fighting Megan's
ex. He kills me. I love him so much. I love Genesis so much.
And my first introduction to her was through Trenches, and so
Trenches wasn't my first one. I think Exodus was my first one.
Oh, really? So
I think so.
One, and I was just like, ma'am.
Trenches is another great example of people being perfectly matched, because who was going to be with this female assassin who just got out of jail? This man.
That man, and Trench, first of all, Trench, nobody can control her, not even him. Like
not even him.
He would give
But he's aware of what he can control,
Like,
that's why
he was like, I'm about to go kill this nigga. And he's like, no, you're not. And she, watch me. Trenches was that girl that she,
and that's why by the end of the book you like, what, this works out for y'all. This works out for y'all.
She's really her. I really that's my favorite authors are the ones that build the universe and make them work out so well, because I just really be I love a callback. I love being able to read a book and be like, oh, I love that character. Aww. And so, but Aubrey J is the one that wrote. So Trenches shows up in another author's book, and I can't remember that author's. It might be Casey Mills, but remember I was telling you that
I would not be able to tell you.
Which one of the girls is the former prostitute called? She's in one of the books. Anyways, but
I can't think of. It's the one where they went to that island, right? Was that Judge's book?
Yes.
No, the one.
I think it was Judge's book. But
I think it was Judge.
So, but in Judge's book, she's a part of another family, and so like they have overlap between Judge's story and her story. Like,
like,
it's really, I can't recall. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna come back and y'all give me a month. I'm gonna come back and tell y'all the other book.
By the time this is posted, somebody may know. Put it in the chat, y'all. If you know, put it in. Please leave a comment.
So good. I just really like when authors collaborate that way to make stories work well. They do the same thing with those Christmas books in Baxter Park. All those authors come together and do those different.
Now, talking about an author collab that is just unconventional, and I'm just going to put it out there for any authors who are listening, it did work out well for these particular authors. I remember, like, this was so long ago, this group of authors, they were all white authors, white romance authors. They wrote a story together, and like the outline was done, and then they each took a chapter. It was so interesting to read it. I was like, wow, this is like really crazy. I kind of want to go back and reread it to see how, because I can't remember how it worked out well. Like the flow was fine, but I don't know. I think that's so interesting. So, try new stuff. I don't know how they split those royalties, but
they worked that out.
Yeah, they worked that out. They definitely did. But yeah, it was so interesting. I was like, y'all each did a chapter. Or this group of authors, they took like the same like story like outline basically, and they each wrote their own story.
Mm-hmm.
Like the coffee shop closes because of a health code violation, and the FMC ends up with wearing a wedding dress in Times Square. How does that happen? What's your story? Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I need to know. Mm-hmm.
And and it was like 4 of them, and they each wrote a story with that storyline. It was very interesting. It was so interesting to see, just what different people bring. And that's why, mentioning, the author collabs and having character crossovers and stuff, like,
yeah,
that's always fun for me. I like different things, y'all.
Mm-hmm. I do. That's really cool. Speaking of different things, we are doing a spin the wheel challenge with us. And Sloane, what was your spin the wheel?
It was slow burn, my least favorite category. I took your recommendation of Safe Space by Tiffany Patterson.
Oh,
I did. I didn't finish it yet, you guys.
Is it a slow burn?
Yes. It might be, I don't know if I'm going to say a soft DNF or just a slow burn for me reading it, as well as the story. I don't know. I like her writing. I would 100% read other stuff by her. I like her writing and her characters. It might be just this book. I know she's like in a basically an abusive relationship, and I don't mind characters that like where this happened like in the past, or even maybe like the first couple of chapters. But once we, start going on, I'm kind of like, all right, girl.
Yeah, I will say the first book is the slow burn, and the second book it's really
yeah.
True romance.
And that's what I figured. And she does put it on like the beginning of the blurb in all capital letters, y'all. This book ends on a cliffhanger. So it's not even like the cliffhanger. It's just literally like okay. I thought the slow burn was more so because of other stuff than she's like basically in an abusive relationship.
Yeah, girl.
And she's a lawyer, and her client is like also, having been in one, and she's triggered. She's a divorce lawyer. She's a family lawyer helping a client through a divorce who is also, leaving an abusive relationship. And yeah, so maybe a soft DNF, maybe, I might put it down for now. And then, our StoryGraph challenge number 7 is, resuming a DNF'd book, and maybe I'll pick it up by the end of the year,
Yeah. Period.
By the end of the year,
That's funny.
Well, for me, mine was Sports Love. And even though, yes, I did just read the Aubrey J book, the book that I read about Sports Love was 2 Minute Warning, I think. Was that the name of it? And that was real cute. It was super cute. It was a super quick read. I enjoyed it a lot. I think I'm going to, I probably will read more from that author again, but I definitely was like, oh, this is really cute. It's about, he's an athlete and she's a social media influencer. And, they get together, and there's some trepidation from his side and like his friends who support her, because her father is like this professional gambler, and so they don't want him to be necessarily involved with her because it could look weird. It could definitely.
If you lose a game, did you throw the game for her dad to win?
Yes. And the author is Alexandra Warren. And apparently it's a part of a series too. It's about the Skyhawks. I did not jump to the first book because I feel like they're all standalone, because I'm sure there are.
They were. I read the first book. It's a standalone.
So I figured they would be. But he's like the franchise player of the team and making a name for himself. And I just really, it was cute. I liked it. It was it's only 271. I'm sorry, only 271 pages. I need to stop saying that.
Because
you should just say less than 300.
Less than 300.
That's the StoryGraph. That's the StoryGraph. Like if you go to the filter, it says less than 300.
Yeah, it's less than 300 pages. Because I'm always like, oh, you'll be able to read this.
I am too, but I forget. Not everybody's gonna sit down for like 3 hours and just
read a
read
book.
that book. Yeah.
But yeah, so I really, really, really did enjoy it a lot, and I definitely will be reading. I started following her on Amazon, so I'm going, and that's Alexandra Warren. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
She has a series with basketball players with Nicole Falls, female basketball players.
Oh, nice! I like the fact that
Nymphs and Trojans.
I like that because I like the fact that Aubrey J's AC Queen series does follow the female basketball players. And
she is very into sports, like in real life. Alexandra Warren is very into sports, especially the W, because I used to follow her on Twitter back when I was on it. But yeah, she's really into like sports and stuff. So that when she would tweet about that, that's when I had went and read that series that she has with Nicole Falls.
Okay, all right, then. I'm gonna read more. I absolutely am. I love it. All right. Oh, hey, Morgs stays booked.
I can't remember if mine was recommended to me. Was that the one? It was? Okay, period. So y'all recommended, LaCie recommended Problematic by Lady Nisha.
And it was problematic.
Problematic 1.0.
And I'm not done.
And
I don't know why I'm not done, because I feel like it'll pick up eventually for me, in a sense. Like, it's not slow, like it's stuff happening. I don't know, the first 100 pages are just
not clicking right now.
It's not, and I don't know if it's because I'm just not in the mood for that, because the book I finished prior, my first book of the year, was an ARC, and that one was a lot of like trauma. And
then definitely, yeah, because this is a lot of trauma too.
So I don't know if I could do trauma after trauma. And I'm still learning about myself as a reader, and that's okay. So maybe I need like a palate cleanser or two, or romance or something, or
girl, I love a palate cleanser. Do it, yes.
Yeah. So for right now, there's gonna be a soft DNF for me, but I feel like I'm gonna, by the end of the month, I could probably have this done. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
Because
you take a break, because the trauma doesn't stop.
Oh. Because it starts with her mama. And then and then she goes and beats up somebody.
Oh. I haven't read it yet, so you're revealing stuff to me. It's okay. I don't mind it.
Even in the first book I read, so it's an ARC. It's called The Winnie Play, and that one had a lot of trauma, but it wasn't like, it didn't hit you in the front end of trauma. It hit you with the prologue, and the first chapters were like, "Ooh, she overcome," and then let's go backtrack into what happens. So you already know she gets her happy ending, if you will, not super happy, but comfortable ending. So
the thing with Lady Nisha, she's gonna take all her characters through hell and then out on the other.
Absolutely.
Very well. And this isn't giving anything away, but the main character, she has a drug problem.
Yes, she does.
And she's trying to kick that habit, but there's a lot going on with why she can't. There's so much pressure. This woman is a star, and so it's a lot that goes on. And she's a star, and
when I get to that, I might have to piece that. I might have to read that one.
And just like it, like casual, anything that y'all know, like with child stars or whomever, if you're the breadwinner for a family, and then you like, but your family is ungrateful and a bunch of leeches, and then there's like that stuff going on too, and then you do meet a nice guy, but he broke right now, and so she's gonna take
just another mouth to feed. You already got these people, and now here come another mouth.
He's really self-sufficient. It's just more so she's up here and he's on the way.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it's like that, but neither one of them really care about that. It's the outside world that has the vibe about it. But
yeah, I'm gonna have to piece that, because I can't even tell you the name of this book or the author, but I had read a book, and like the male main character, I don't know if I had to DNF it, so I can't tell you if he ever addressed it, but baby, he was like, on the cough syrup, and I was like, oh,
Lovely.
Oh, yeah. So I had to put that down. I said, "Oh, I don't know about this girl." It was already, like he's already a street pharmacist and he's on the cough syrup too. I had to put that one down. I don't even think he was mixing it up with syrup. I think he was actually, just drinking the codeine. I was like, "Oh."
And maybe I'm just not prepared for.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna hold you. It's a lot.
Okay.
But I like traumatic stories like that. Like
she does. She does, y'all. She really do.
So that'd be right up my alley. I be sitting
Girl, if you want a traumatic story and you want to read somebody backlist book, I will tell you one because I have to this day I have not read another book by this person.
I'm not going to read a story about trauma from you until you read the story that I told you to read.
I'm not reading that one.
What?
And you know what? Maybe this book is why I don't really like trauma, because I read that book when I was like 16 years old and got into reading like urban fiction. I was reading like Nikki Turner and Keisha Irvin and all that stuff. And it was a book called G-Spot by Noir. And I had read that book and I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
One of my friends
I'm talking about is called Gravity by Casey Mills, I believe.
By Ashley Nicole.
Ashley Nicole. Is it? Oh,
it's by Ashley Nicole.
Yes, by Ashley Nicole.
Everybody who has read that book has said, I was crying. Every single person who has read that book has talked about how they were crying.
This book let me tell you something. It's a very, very good book about family, healing,
I believe you.
Trauma,
I believe you. Ashley Nicole is a great writer. I fully believe you.
Her.
However, every single person who has read that book has said that they were crying.
I don't want to cry.
And I said, oh.
But I've been crying.
Exactly right.
I be crying when I read any book these days. I just be crying.
And that might be, I said earlier, I was looking for like kind of like a little funnier book. So I might, read this Aubrey J real quick. And then go back to Tiffany to this Tiffany Patterson, because maybe that's also what it is. Sometimes I DNF a book, not just necessarily because I think it's bad, but because I'm just not in the mood for it.
No, I can't follow her right now.
Yeah,
character I can't.
And if I'm not in the mood for it, I'm a mood reader and I'm a mood reviewer. If I push myself to finish your book, you're not gonna like your rating. So just let me DNF, y'all.
I can give you. I vibe with the fact that y'all can DNF for people who don't know means do not finish. But because my thing is, I can't not finish a book. Like I'll hate the book, and I just will be like, let me hurry up and finish this shit.
Like, gotta see it through.
Yeah, I do. Like because that's how I felt about that third book by Aubrey J. Like I literally was reading it and I was like, I'm not gonna finish this book. Like I was just getting so irritated with Fable, and because he's so obsessed, and I do like an obsession love story when it's funny. Like it was just much. It was just too much. She was just so fucking irritating. Like I always hate an irritating heroine, and so I was just like, every time I would read, and then I was like, my girl Zoe loved her the most out of everybody. I was like, why do you like Fable more out of all the people, girl? But yeah, so I mean, I was like, I gotta finish it because I had to, because I wanted to jump to the fourth book, but. If I could have just do not finish, and that was the same thing for me with Capri, with Jaquel J. I didn't want to read none of those books.
She was annoying, but I enjoyed I enjoyed her series. I didn't enjoy it more than Capone or Capadonna, but I enjoyed it.
I mean, it was cool. She was cool, but
oh god,
yeah.
And so it was fine, but it was the same thing. It was like. And then I was just like, why we gotta have 1.52, 2.53? Like, why you gotta give me all these different? I was like, Jaquel, like, stop it. But yeah, but that's what's like, I'm glad y'all can do it. Maybe
I can, baby. I have DNF'd like one of my favorite authors. I was like, you know what? This book is not going to work for me at all. It's not even that it's not working for me right now. It's not going to work for me at all. So I'm just going to put this down and I'm going to see you on the next book. And guess what? She released the next book and I bought it. I was like, all right.
You're like,
All right, we back in business. Yeah.
We back.
We back.
You hold me down. Yes. That is, yeah. I just feel, I don't know. I think
it's
to finish it. Like, I'll hurry up and read.
Yeah.
And I just be like, but yeah, dog, I was just like,
It's apparently like really controversial about DNFing a book, and I can't believe that it is. But like, I have to. I used to not be able to DNF. I used to see it through every single time. But then, I do probably have like, I know for sure it's over 1,000 books unread on my thing. So, I really don't have time to keep a book I don't like. Yeah. So I learned to embrace the DNF. It's interesting. One of the ways I do decide if I'm going to DNF is, I'll never get mad at you, LaCie, for reading the end of a book, because I do that all the time. And that's, if I think I'm going to DNF, I'll go to the end and be like, okay, do I want to know how they got here? No. Okay. DNF.
That's what keeps me going, to jump to the, and I don't do it at the beginning. I only jumped to the end of this book that just came out by Aubrey J, because I was just like, when I read the excerpt, she was like, I'm not, she's taking us back. I was like, so, but I'm not, my girl not going to be in this book at all, which I'm sure she is, but I jumped to the end of it, and I was like, okay, maybe their story will be next, or maybe it'll show up somewhere else. But, because, and honestly, you know what, I'm sitting here talking, I might read that tomorrow on the train.
You know what? You probably will. You probably will be wanting the book to read and just pick it up.
No, I'm actually reading Count on You by Cammie right now.
Okay, well, read that, because you love Cammie.
I love her down.
You love Cammie.
And I think this is it's a series. It's a part of her.
I think so too.
Yeah. And it's
I do follow her on the socials. So I've only read one of her books. She does like a lot of angst, y'all. And like I said, I like a funny book, which is why I love Aubrey J and stuff. So I have to really be in the mood for anything that's got more serious tones.
Look, Cammie funny. What's his name? Messiah's.
Yeah, but they all of her characters really be going through it. All of them be going through it.
But Messiah's in
all of them.
It's gonna be some funniness happening.
But it is.
But yep. So
that, and Mel Dahl drops a book like every 2 weeks. So she keeps me busy. So it really is like I got to get to everybody, because I'll be sitting up here being like, okay, this is what I'm going to read. And then Mel Dahl will be like, coming next week, coming next Tuesday. And I'll be like, all right, girl, I'm rocking.
That's funny.
Funny. All right, let's spin this here wheel. See what y'all got to read coming up.
Okay.
Who's first? Who am I spinning for?
Spin for Morgan.
Okay, here we go.
Give me something good.
Arrangement. You did arranged marriage already, right?
I've done one before. Not for this though, but I read
arranged marriage. I love arranged marriages, honestly.
Okay. Me too. I did just read one, but I didn't like it.
Sloane. Sci-fi.
Oh,
you know what? My girl Nikki Clark finna make another appearance, because I have some books from her I need to read.
Yes, sci-fi. Okay, what am I getting? Don't Let Me Down. Witches.
Okay.
What is it? All witches, or has a witch in it?
I don't know.
Has a witch.
Has a witch.
I can give you one that has that.
Okay.
So the book is called The Secret Life of Maggie Gray. Oh wait, did you read Maggie Gray?
I think I did.
Dang.
I can give you some.
I think I have a couple too, but yeah.
Yeah. Read it, girl.
I was gonna say Granger has her series. It's like underground. If Different World was an underground HBCU with witches, vampires, werewolves, sirens, all the things.
All right. Well, Morgan, so we here. It's the
I need an arranged marriage though.
Oh, I got you. I got tons of them.
Oh.
I can.
What is it?
Will you consider an interracial romance?
Hell no.
Let me see.
Because I was gonna say Aaron's Patience by Tiffany Patterson is really good, and it is it's an arranged marriage and
talented family and friends.
Yeah, but it's Aaron's Patience.
Oh, she's a black lady.
She's a black lady. Yeah,
She writes
contemporary black romance. She writes IR. She's a really good author, and I just give it a whirl. Just give it a little whirl. Pretend.
What you got, Sloane? I'll pick between the two.
But I got plenty more.
There's this book, Nasim, Knasim by Takara.
I read that. Yeah.
You read that? Okay.
I like Takara.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Nasim?
Knasim. He's like in an arranged marriage to like her sister, and then like her sister was a little bit of a
yeah, she doesn't want to be with the sister. You could also no, because that's a little traumatic. Never mind. I was gonna say I have another one that you could read too.
Okay, come on, I can't take any more of the trauma.
Yeah,
that one says it's a standalone, so that's why I'm like, you might like that one.
Yes, actually, it's the you can read. I read that one. I think
it's in a series, but she said you could read it as a standalone.
You can read. I read. I read.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at that lady, Tiffany. What's her name?
Tiffany Patterson, Aaron's Patience.
And then there is that Be Love Publications, that Arranged Hearts, that Arranged Hearts series. That whole series is basically, I told you it's like that show Married at First Sight, but in book form. Sorry, I'm trying to get to my little Amazon, but it's not loving me today.
Be Love just signed, the publication just signed this author that I read an arc for. She's a new indie author, and I enjoyed her book. It was like a women and men in STEM, black protagonists. And they made this drivable car. It was like almost like a Tesla or something, but whatever. It was a little bit of more of a spicy read, and the technology was in the background. But it was really cute. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the Arranged Hearts series by the collection by Be Love Publications. It's got different authors. So there's Monica Walters has one, Kay Shanae has one.
Oh, I see it.
How do you spell Nasim? Is it Nassim or
Knasim?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's 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 sisters, it's a brother, the Richmond crime family. So yeah, you could definitely read them separate.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll start with that. You gotta ease me into because here's my thing, because I'm not only reading black authors clearly because I have to read arcs for other people, but I have not had to read necessarily an interracial just yet.
Well, I honestly think that the Tiffany Patterson book, because she doesn't only write IR,
but I read one interracial last year. It was Once Upon a Time in Dollywood, and that was cute.
Girl, this is not cute.
It was a black author. It was a black lady, a white man. He had a daughter. It was really cute.
Listen, when I tell you, just read the first 2 chapters and get back at me. You can read them. Let's have lunch tomorrow and just read together at lunch, Morgan, at 1:00.
Now, an author I like that does interracial, and I've mentioned her before, is Katrina Jackson, and I kind of like her because she doesn't necessarily put it with a white person. It's they be
you
she has a lot of and there's a lot of like Asian men. She has like a lot of Asian men, or like
And Tiffany Patterson, it's not just black woman, white man. It's a bunch of different things. Like I told you, she has she does
some black romance too, because the safe space is a black romance.
Yeah, safe space is black romance. But the cousins of the Townsends that wind up being in Texas, they're part Native American. So she does, and they also are shapeshifters. So you get a little bit of that too.
A little fantasy.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. She does a lot, and it's all really good.
Is Aaron dating a black woman?
Read the book.
Oh my God.
You don't want to.
So here's the gist of the story. Aaron is a billionaire, and he is a grouch, and he's not a nice person. And Patience is a librarian, and she's wonderful. And they grew up together, but Aaron is much older than her. And Aaron grew up, and I think I even talked about this before. Aaron grew up, he's a part of the Townsend family. His father was an alcoholic and drove the car off the road and killed him and his mom, and Aaron was in the back seat, and he suffered a bunch of scars from that accident. And so his uncle adopted him and raised him with his cousins, and so they all are like brothers. And Aaron now runs Townsend Enterprises because the father has stepped down. So he's a billionaire. Now, his father was really close friends with this man who's Patience's dad. And so Patience is like, I'll give her 5 years younger than Aaron. But Patience and Aaron, they were always around each other. She was just much younger than him. And so they had a dalliance in the past. So there's two tropes that's happening here. You have secret child, as well as an arranged marriage. Because
I like a secret child.
Then read the damn book.
Oh my God. I love a secret baby now.
You should read the book too. When I tell y'all that Aaron, like, LaCie's gonna date a black man. She's gonna be with a black man, but I will read interracial romance. But Aaron Townsend is my man. I don't even do book bays. Him and Menace, those are my book bays. That's it. I only have the two, and it was only Aaron until I read 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace, and then Menace Caselli jumped in the scene. It's only two, and I've been in this world for over a decade, and it's always gonna be Aaron.
I'll read the first 2 chapters on the train in the morning. If I don't like it, out of there, I'm going to Sloane's book.
I think you'll like it. I'm gonna reread it with you. I'm gonna download it and read it too, because I haven't read it in a few years. But before we close out, it is the new year, and we've been teasing our StoryGraph challenge, and our challenge, it is here.
Yay!
So I'm gonna pass the mic to Morgan to walk us through all of this.
Yes. So we have StoryGraph challenge. It is officially open. Closes at the end of December. It's 12 official prompts with 3 bonus prompts. And so, if you can scroll back up slightly to 1, I just want to kind of explain how the prompts go. So, when you think of the first one, it says, it's a catalog. Think of an author who has over 15 books. So, Jocko J, Valerie Burns,
Mel Daw,
like people like that.
A lot of them. Yeah.
And even if there's an author that you haven't really read or gotten into their catalog, maybe you read one of their books, go back and read something else. And so with this, I've kind of, in my best way, put the prompt explanations there. Hopefully they're clear to read. We love animals, so a pet or animal on the cover. Neurodivergent. Definitely, I would say for that one, read a Mel Dahl book. A lot of her characters are neurodivergent. She is also neurodivergent.
Oh, I love that.
I believe, or she has a child or something like that. Memoir.
I believe she is.
Yeah. Favorite trope. So these are easy. They're not too challenging. You should be able to get through these. So for those who don't read, more than 50 books a year, this is a great way to do 1 book a month.
And this is a few extras. This is my personal thing. So I've already completed 1.
Period. Standalone, novella. 400 pages or more.
And you can also add the book without, like, even if you haven't finished it, if you plan to use it for that trope, you can add it so you can always come back to it throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
I did add a couple just for if you can't find any, I did kind of go through some of the tropes and just added suggestions. So
So we have Murder from A to Z, 2-part.
I put those ones in. Yeah, those are good cozy mysteries.
Oh, cozy. Mm-hmm. We Love Animals by Valerie Burns. Murder is a Piece of Cake. 3 Neurodivergent. Okay. Mel Dahl, Agent Monique. Love that. A memoir.
Put Britney Spears in there.
Huh?
Put Britney Spears in there. I forgot about Britney. I'll add it to there.
Britney Spears.
See,
That's another option.
I did kind of go through, like I said, I've just put some from my list, especially if you're like, I don't know what I want to read, just.
Britney Spears, do you want?
Top right, all the way up, her memoir.
Heart to Heart? The Women in Me?
I read that last year. And she did the audiobooks. I read and listened. Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll go back through again. Like I said, I kind of just went through like late at night and just kind of went through my shelves. But yeah, just to add some more suggestions. I know it's sometimes hard picking out a trope and you don't really know, especially for pet, if there's not really one on the cover. You don't really know if they have one. And funnily enough, I do have a Goodreads shelf labeled pet. So
bonus young adult, I'm gonna put some stuff here.
One of the one-word novels I think I put in was Honey, that comes out this spring. Black author. It's pretty good. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, I need to put Honey in there.
Yeah, Breakout by Christina Wyman. I love that. New to you author. Okay.
Yeah. Anybody.
Yes.
Easy prompts to follow. Encourages reading outside of your norm.
We did get a question. Someone asked if we should do these in order 1 through 12.
No.
I said to this specific person, for them.
I saw that too.
For you, yes, because this woman reads 1,000 books a year. So I was like, for you, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Completely.
You got to do all 12 before you do the bonus. Yeah, sure.
For us regular folks,
we could bounce around.
Enjoy the challenge. Just enjoy the challenge.
That's funny.
Now, I did add Mariah Carey for the memoir, and I do want to tell people I did that book on audiobook because I was hoping that she would sing a little bit, and she absolutely does. So, yeah, she kind of like sings a little bit of melody, and like if she mentions a song, she just kind of will sing. But it was also very interesting to hear about her talk about, the artist that she doesn't know in her own voice.
I love that.
She was like, and there's another she doesn't ever call her a singer who I don't know. And it was like, oh, gosh.
I love that. All right. So this was a jam-packed hour and a half episode. We are now releasing every 2 weeks. So we'll see you in a couple weeks, but we will be more active on our socials. We have things happening throughout the week, so definitely follow us everywhere. Reach out. One of us will always respond back. We do like to chat with you guys. If you don't want to post publicly, reach out to us via email at Urban Whispers Podcast
or DM.
Or DM. Any of the things. We're not as active on Facebook, but everywhere.
I'll help you get on that. I'll sign in. I don't really like to manage pages on Facebook. I'm managing a couple, and I suck at that. Ugh.
So there is this thing called Facebook Business that I downloaded that's been making it a little easier.
Okay, but it's just I don't know. Somehow I always get like the spam messages, the bot messages. I always get them. Yeah. On every page, and I'm like, oh, well, they filter out. Facebook is decent about that, at least. But
all right, y'all. Well, this was great. It was fun. It was real fun. We'll catch y'all in a couple of weeks. Bye.